Hello, welcome to tonight's demo. My name is Summer and I am a independent distributor for Lipsense and Senegence Cosmetics. Tonight I'm going to show you guys a video on how to apply our Shadowsense and do a really easy and basic eyeshadow look that will last you all day. It's not going to crease, it's not going to go anywhere, it won't smudge. Eyeshadow doesn't fall below on this part of your eye, make like raccoon eyes. It's really amazing. And we're just going to use a couple colors. So let me show you what we're going to use to start off, and then we will get going. So the first colors that I use are Candlelight and Sandstone Shimmer Pearl. Candlelight is what I'm going to use over my entire eye. Sandstone Shimmer Pearl is what I use on top of that to give it a little bit of a shimmer. The color that I use for my light contour is Copper Rose Shimmer. And then for my dark contour, I use Garnet. Last but not least, for my eyeliner, I use Onyx. So these are the 5 colors that I use on a daily basis for my basic eyeshadow application. And then we'll finish off with some mascara. So I have everything already on. I have my foundation and my blush, and I'm actually wearing Mojave Lipsense. You can see it doesn't go anywhere. Doesn't smudge, doesn't get on your finger, and it's beautiful, vibrant color. So we're going to get started with our eyeshadow application. And these are really beautiful browns that work for any eye color. So whether you have blue eyes, green eyes, brown eyes, whatever, these are going to be good for everybody. And I recommend using, these brushes are from Coastal Scents. You can find them on Amazon. And these are synthetic hair brushes. They work best with our Shadowsense because it's a cream to powder eyeshadow. So you need to use synthetic brushes, and I'll share a link to those as well. So first color up is Candlelight. It's a matte cream color. And the great thing about our eyeshadow is a tiny bit goes a really long way. So that means that this little tube is going to last you at least 6 months if you're using it every day. I've had mine for over 6 months, and there's still a ton of color in here. So what I do is I take my brush and I use a separate brush for every single color. Let me just show you brushes really quick. This is what I use for my all over base color. This is the brush that I'm going to use for my light contour. And then this is what I'm using for my darker contour. I like to use different brushes for each color because then they don't get, your colors don't get muddy and kind of like blended together. You want to have a really clear separation of color. You're going to blend them together, but you want to see the true color. And if you're using separate brushes for each color, that's going to help out with that. So first up, Candlelight. And one of the things that I recommend when you're using your Shadowsense is that you want to have a clean eye. So you don't want to have any lotion or foundation or anything on your eye when you're applying your Shadowsense. It has the same molecular bond technology that our Lipsense does. And so in order to get a really good bond, you have to apply it directly to your skin. Anything like a lotion would break down the color faster. It's just not going to last quite as long. And I'm just tapping my brush onto the little applicator stick and then applying instead of taking the applicator and wiping it, because you really just need a tiny, tiny bit. I'm going all over my eyelid, all the way out, and then all the way into the corner of my eye. Candlelight is an amazing color because you can use it for highlight underneath your eye, you can use it for concealer on blemishes, and you can also use it for like a highlighter down your nose and on the top of your forehead. So Candlelight all over. Then we're going to take Sandstone Shimmer Pearl. I did not love shimmer colors before I discovered these because everybody knows when you use a shimmer color, you end up with shimmer and sparkle all over your face. So because our colors are a cream to matte, you don't have that problem. So if you have a sparkle or a shimmer eyeshadow, it's going to stay exactly where you put it. And this one is a very subtle shimmer. I know, Jackie, it's not very practical, but when you have kids and you need to film videos, You do your makeup at 10 o'clock at night. And I could actually sleep in this makeup and it would be totally fine tomorrow. Another really cool thing about our makeup is it's non-comedogenic, which means it's not going to clog your pores should you fall asleep in it on accident. And it has our anti-aging technology in it. So it's actually a skincare product. So you don't have to feel as bad falling asleep in your makeup. Okay, so again, Sandstone Shimmer Pearl over the entire lid. Make sure that you concentrate right here in the corner of your eye and then down a little bit underneath. Right, Amanda? You can totally fall asleep. All of our cream cosmetics, foundation, eyeshadow, anything, our blush, it all has the anti-aging complex in it. And like I said, doesn't clog pores. So now to the other eye, and this just gives a subtle shimmer. It's not a crazy sparkle. It's not really going to highlight those fine lines, or if you have crepey skin on your eyelid, it's not going to accentuate those. It's just going to catch the light and kind of pop and make you look more awake. Amanda says, I literally never wash off my makeup. It's okay. I will tell you that it's not so good because what's happening during the day is free radicals are attacking your skin from like the sun and pollution, and your makeup and skincare breaks down throughout the day and those free radicals get on your face. And if we don't wash off our makeup more often than not, you are leaving those things that age your skin, you're leaving them on your skin to sleep in. So that's why it's important to wash your face at night and put on new skincare and new skincare products like your lotions and things like that, because that helps create that barrier again for when you're sleeping against free radicals. So just so you know, it's not terrible, just don't make a habit of it. Okay, so now that we have Sandstone Shimmer Pearl all over the lid, we're going to do Copper Rose Shimmer. This is a really beautiful copper color, and again, it has a little bit of a shimmer, but it's not this crazy sparkle. I'm using my angled contour brush. And what I like to do for my eyeshadow is I work it like a gradient. So I have my you guys, it's 10 o'clock. I have my all over color. And then my next color, I'm going to bring it from the outside of my eye, and I'm going to stop about 2/3 of the way in. Then when I use my last color, my darkest color, I'm going to start that on the outside of my eye again, and I'm going to work it about 1/3 of the way in. That way you have this really beautiful gradient that goes from light to dark, and it's really going to open up your eye because you have that lightest part in the center of your eye. So I'm going to wipe off my excess just so I don't have too much. I'm going to use my angled brush, and I'm just tapping and brushing. And you're going to start from the outside and work your way in because you want the concentration of color on the outside of your eye. And you're just kind of window washing all the way across. And you're going up on your brow bone, but not all the way to your eyebrow. You're going to leave some of that space with that highlight color. And again, going 2/3 of the way in. And the great thing about this is you can build your color. You don't want to stick a ton of color on your eye and then try to blend it in. You want to go little by little and build your color up. You can always add more. You can't take off. It just makes a mess. So there's one eye. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So starting from the outside corner and working your way in. And then adding color as you go, just wiping on your applicator and bringing it in. Make sure you're going up the same way, up towards your eyebrow bone, and coming in 2/3 of the way in. And you can see, especially for blue eyes, how that makes your blue eyes pop because it's kind of a coppery, like orangey color, and the opposite of blue would be orange. And if you wanted to stop right here, you totally could. This would be a fantastic daytime look. I happen to just really like how it looks with the darker contour on the outside that I'm going to do. But if you're somebody who likes a more subtle look during the day, I know, Lucy. I can't believe you don't have it. It's my absolute favorite. It's out of stock right now, you guys, and it makes me want to cry. Okay, so there is Copper Rose Shimmer. And to add a little bit of interest, just a little tiny step that makes a big difference, I'm using this small flat brush. You can see it's flat. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that Copper Rose Shimmer and put it on my bottom lash line. I've been doing a lot of experimenting with eyeliner, and I have found what I like best is not a thick black line for my eyeliner. I will build a little bit of color so that it accentuates my bottom lashes, but it doesn't make my eye look smaller. And now for our second contour color, this is Garnet. It's a matte dark brown, and this is also what I use for my eyebrows to fill in. So this is my smaller pointed fluffy brush. I think that's the official name for it. And again, just tap, tap, tap. And I'm gonna wipe a little bit off on the neck of the applicator because you're using a dark color. You don't wanna go in there with a big dark spot and then have to blend. You wanna go light-handed, and I'm gonna deposit color on the outside. So deposit that color and then start to work it in. And once you learn how to blend, this is going to be really easy and really fast for you. So now that I've deposited my color, I'm going to take my lighter brush and I'm going to just blend in the middle a little bit and help that transition smooth out. So there's what that looks like on that side, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And don't worry about this color falling below like this angled line. We're going to clean that up. So again, deposit that color on the outside and then work your way in. And you're just going about 1/3 of the way in. You don't want to go too far because then it's just a big dark eye. Okay, so there's that. Taking our lighter color and just blending in the middle. And then I'm going to take that small flat brush again, and I'm going to use this darker brown to just fill in between my eyelashes. So again, I'm not making this dark bold line. I'm just filling in under my eyelashes, and that just helps lengthen and make your lashes look thicker. And it creates kind of a smoky eye instead of this harsh line. And I told you we're going to clean that up. So what I use is my, I'll use a foundation brush usually, like a flat foundation brush, but all I have is my lighter color brush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up at an angle and clean up that line a little bit. And you can see right there, it just takes that excess off and lifts your eye up. And then I'm going to go to the other side and do the same thing. And lift up. And then just clean up underneath. And your eyeshadow is done. So here's what it looks like. Candlelight all over, Shimmer Sandstone Pearl all over. Then we do Copper Rose Shimmer and then Garnet. I'm going to go in one more time with my Copper Rose Shimmer and just highlight the corner. And then the other side. There we go. And I'm going to use Onyx, which is our black Shadowsense for my liner. I use a small angled brush, and this makes it really easy to get a smooth line. So I'm just tapping again. I'm going to close that up so I don't get it on myself. And I'm doing a very thin line across my lash line. And I'm just tapping across. I'm not trying to be perfect and make one smooth line. I'm just tapping across my lash line all the way into the corner. And then I'm going to take that line and bring it out slightly. My eyelashes have mascara on them, so they're moving around. And then the other side. Again, we're just tapping across. And then into the corner. And then out on the side. There we go. And then if you want to blend again, and there's our eyeshadow. So I'm going to go through and I'm just going to clean up my mascara a little bit. I have mascara on, so they're a little wonky. This is our Lash Sense. It's an amazing mascara. It's waterproof, and I feel like it's more of a gel-based mascara instead of the mascara that dries and gets flaky, and then you end up with flakes below your eyes later in the day. This does not move. It wraps and coats each lash and helps separate. It lengthens, it makes them thicker, and it's waterproof. And then we're going to tap on the bottom. Other side. And there you have it. There is an everyday eyeshadow look that is super easy to do. You only need a couple of products. So again, I used just these for my entire eye look. So you don't need this giant palette. All you need is just a couple of eyeshadow colors and you're totally good. So you can use this for your entire face. I would add in one of our blush colors. So we have Shadowsense, it's called Mulberry, and we also have Pink Posy that are amazing for blush. So you would do eyebrows and shadow. This would be your highlighter. And then you would use our pink ones for your blush, and you can get your entire face done in just these. This would also be really good for your contour. So that is today's look. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to you guys soon.